let's try this. Reverse the order of integration to solve the integral. Can you guys read this thing for me?
X to n.
So the integral from 0 to 6.
Of the
Integral from
X thirds to 2.
x thirds to 2. Good. Of?
X multiplied by the radical
square root of y
cubed.
You really just use the
Number.
word radical? Okay. X root
radical
y cubed plus 1. Great. D
y dx.
dy dx. Perfect. Okay. So they already broke this into dy dx. What do I need to do to try to integrate dy? Like, why are they telling me to reverse the order of integration?
Because you can't integrate that.
Yeah, I don't know how to integrate this cube root of y, right?
Yeah.
Or the square root of y cubed plus 1. I'd try u substitution, right? You guys see that? Is that going to work?
No.
No, because I don't have a du, right? So it's not seeming to work this way, right? And this is how these are going to feel, right? You're going to try it for 2 seconds to integrate dy. It's not going to work. And you're going to say, okay, well, do I just leave?
Yeah.
I just shut off the lights in the room and walk
Just go
out.
home.
It's fine.
Make a
Go
sandwich.
watch Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Go watch Dragon
That's
Ball
what I
instead.
do. That's my solution to
Before you totally...
Did you swallow a brain gel?
You could swallow a bug. Before you totally bail, you should try to switch the order and see if it helps.
Okay.
So, first things first, I should try to draw the region I'm integrating over so that I can switch the order. So, what's the region I'm integrating over? What's the function
Can't
here?
just switch
The x's go from
Top
0 to
half
6.
the triangle made
Divide by
square.
3.
Okay, so the x's go from 0 to 6. So, 0 to 6.
That's nice.
And then the y's go from...
Y
Something
equals
to 2.
1/3 x. to
Okay,
So the line y equals x over 3 to 2.
y is x over 3 looks like this, right?
And just
To
2
2.
on the y.
Yeah, and it goes to...
2
That's 2, right? I plug x is 6 in, I get 2 out.
yeah.
So the y's, do they go... Which triangle is it? Is it this one or that one? Top one or bottom one?
Top.
No, bottom.
Top.
So where do the y's start? They start at x over 3, right?
Oh, okay.
So they start on here, and then where do they go?
Two.
To 2.
Okay.
So there's one of my slices, right? And then I'm taking all the slices from 0 to 6. So that's this stuff.
Yay, it's the top.
So that's what we're doing this way that we can't do.
So that's what we're doing now. Now I want to get this same region, but the other way, right?
So,
You
So
guys see
for
that?
x.
so y constant.
Yeah, so I want to make slices this way now. You guys see that?
Yeah.
Okay, so my reversed order, right, is going to still be a double integral.
Yeah.
It's going to be of the same stuff, x squared of y cubed plus 1. But now I'm going to do dx first and then dy.
Sorry, real quick. Is that x to the square, or is x times the square root of y to the third plus 1? Or is it x root?
Yeah.
Is the
Oh, it's x times.
Okay.
Not the
Oh,
x.
it doesn't
If it was
matter.
the x
It
root,
definitely
we wouldn't
matters.
be doing
I have
it.
no idea how to integrate an x root.
That's what I thought.
We have to deal with logs and stuff.
We could maybe develop a theory, but it would take us a minute. Okay, so where do the x's start?
0 to 6.
They start at 0,
And we go to 6.
and they don't go all the way to 6, right?
They go to 3y.
They go to 3y, yeah.
They go to 3y.
Oh,
You see that?
You'd have to rearrange.
Right, because I have to
that.
rearrange this. So this is x is 3y, right? It's the other option. So they go from 0 to 3y. And then the y's go from
0 to 2.
0 to 2. You guys see that? Okay, now can we do our integral?
Yeah, that is just a constant now. all the y stuff.
Okay, all this y jazz, right, is just a constant. So I'm going to get the integral from 0 to 2 of that constant times
1/2 x squared.
x squared over 2 evaluated from
0 to 2y.
0 to 3y d
No,
y now, right? I just did the x one, so I'm left with y. Okay, and then when I make my evaluation, what do I get? I get the integral from 0 to 2 of the square root of y cubed plus 1 times
9y squared over 2
9y squared over 2 dy.
y. And I can do w substitution.
Yeah, now we can do substitution, right? Okay, so I need a little space to do my substitution. So what do you let? Do you guys do W substitution?
Yeah, we do W.
She called it
Yeah.
w, yeah.
Bizarre.
What did you do?
U substitution, like everyone else.
Yeah, UDU
Yeah.
instead of WDW.
I'm breaking you guys with this habit.
Oh.
All right, we're gonna do U substitution.
What's that?
I'm happy.
Yeah.
Shut. Get over it. All right.
But
What's
you
U?
substitution is for something else. I don't remember what it was, but it was something like
Use y cubed plus 1.
Yeah.
So then du is 3y squared dy,
y.
right? Okay. So I need to find that, right?
Or some iteration of that.
Yeah, so maybe I think 3 here times 3, right? So this jazz there, that's my du. So I'm going to be left with the integral from somewhere to something of the square root of u
3 halves.
times 3 halves
yeah.
du.
du.
Okay, and where are the limits?
Figure it out later.
Yeah, you gotta change them.
Okay, so you guys get to pick. I don't care which.
Just
Oh,
0
Okay,
to 2.
zero
But you
is
can do-
1 to, and then 2 is
We'll deal with it later.
So
9. So
I
1 to
personally
9.
would plug them in because this is
Yeah,
easy.
1 to.
So I would say these go from 1 to 9,
Yeah.
right? Or alternatively, you could write y equals
Oh, y equals 0 to y equals 2.
from y is 0 to y equals 2, right? And then back substitute when you're done. I don't care which one you do.
Why do
pick
we have
one.
to do that?
Because you changed
Because when I change, go for it, Mike.
u
Sorry.
equals y cubed plus 1. And you on the bottom you're saying y equals 0. If you plug in 0 to y cubed plus 1, you get 1.
Oh, because it's okay.
Yeah, it's
Right,
all in
because
terms of u.
I was ranging y's from 0 to 2. But now I'm talking about u's. U's don't range from 0 to 2, the y's did. So I have to plug it in and figure out where the u's go in that same.
How'd you get the 9?
I took
2 cubed
2
plus
one.
and plugged it in here.
Oh, okay. So you just, okay.
Yeah, so when y is 2, u is 9. When y is 0, u is 1. So
to the 1 half.
Well, then you have to times by 3 halves.
Yes, it is.
2/3 u
Maybe
to
not
the
like
3
Okay.
halves.
so I've got the, oh wait, I don't need this anymore, right?
No, you don't.
Okay, so I get what?
Is it wrong? I
Yes,
feel like,
you're right.
2/3 u to the 3 halves times 3 halves.
Just being an ass.
Times.
Hey. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing. You guys need a little confidence. Most of you are pretty good at this stuff.
Most.
Most. That's the key
What
word
about
there.
the 3 halves?
That's what I was talking about.
Oh yeah, where'd the 3 halves go?
Well, they
Like
just
constant.
cancel out the 2/3.
With the 2/3.
Yeah, I
so you
forgot to
can-
write it, right? So I meant times 3 halves here.
Yeah.
Boom, boom.
These ones cancel,
That's nice.
Sarah. They cancel when they're when they're on opposite sides.
Now they get it.
All right, so what did I get here? I got
u to the 3 halves.
u to the 3 halves evaluated from 9 to 1, or from 1 to 9. So
9 to the
9
3
minus
halves.
9 to the 3 halves minus
1 to the 3 halves.
1 to the 3 halves gives you
3 minus 1. Isn't it?
close.
9 cubed over 2. 27 halves minus 1.
It's
Right.
27 halves?
Or no, 9 cubed. Oh,
Okay.
81.
Okay, 9.
276 or whatever it is.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you guys the same thing I tell my Algebra 2 students. When you're doing fraction-y powers,
27.
do the
27
Yeah, yeah.
times
Do
Three-
the
three
root
cubed
part
is 27.
first.
Oh.
Oh.
So this is, right?
Take the square root, that's 3. 3
This
cubed
is the
27.
square root of 9
Go
cubed.
down before you go up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Get to smaller numbers before you get to bigger ones.
I did not know you
I never thought of that.
So that
You always just plug it into the
I always went
calculator.
up and then
that's
down.
27 minus 1,
Okay.
which gives you
Way harder.
You have like under 13. Remember?
26.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. Check.
How do we get the 1 to 9?
How did we get the 1 to 9?
Yeah.
So we had, right, over here, I was really thinking that these ranges from 0 to 2 were from y is 0 to
That's all
y
Jonas
is 2,
cares about.
right?
Okay, yeah.
But now I made u's, right? So this should be where u starts and where u ends. U depends on y. Right?
You depends on why.
The y's start at 0.
Uh-huh.
So since u is y cubed plus 1,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
U when y is 0 is 1. And u when y
and
is
2
2
cubed plus-
is
okay,
9.
Okay. That makes sense.
Cool? Questions, things?
Use a function.